Hi, welcome to Libby's Movie Hunt. I'm your host, Libby Hunt, along with my producer and co-host, Kevin E.
Hey, Libby, how are you? Happy Friday.
You too. Happy Friday. Welcome. Had a good day?
Oh, absolutely. It's been a lot of fun.
It's cold.
I was doing another show, actually, with your brother.
Oh, so excited. Wayne, what's the name of his show?
Simple Talk.
My brother, Wayne McCullough, has a show, listeners, called Simple Talk on iTunes and Stitcher.
Yes, we haven't launched it yet officially, but it's in the works. We got the first one in the can, so to speak.
Can they find it yet on iTunes?
No, not yet.
And what's he calling it?
Simple Talk.
Oh, you said Simple Talk.
Simple Talk with Wayne McCullough.
Simple Talk with Wayne McCullough. He's going to cover all kinds of things from health, nutrition, business,
He wanted to call it The Simple Talk, but to me it sounded too much like that show, The Simple Life.
Yes.
So I'm like, go Simple Talk.
I like it.
No The. Yeah.
So tune in to Wayne's. It'll be on iTunes soon. Simple Talk with Wayne McCullough, my baby brother. Okay, so I am pumped, Kevin. There are some movies that are possible Oscar contenders finally.
Yes, it's about time.
I know. So you and I both saw The Disaster Artist.
Yes.
You saw it early. I just saw it last night. Loved it.
And you have seen The Room before?
The Room, yes.
Okay. And how long ago? Have you seen it recently or?
In the past year.
Okay.
So if y'all don't know, The Disaster Artist is what's based on. It's kind of hard to explain, isn't it?
It is a little hard to explain. It's a weird backstory.
Right. The Disaster Artist is it's based on a book, but it's also based on a midnight, cult film like Rocky Horror Picture Show that everybody loves.
Yes.
A movie that's so bad it's good.
A movie that people love to hate.
They love to hate. So it's this guy. It's a true life story. The guy's name is Tommy Wiseau.
Wiseau, yeah.
Wiseau. This unbelievably horrible actor that thought he was a great actor.
But he was fearless.
Fearless, yes.
That was his appeal.
And he and his best buddy in San Francisco decided they were in an acting class. They're going to go to L.A. and make their own movie. And that's where I need to read the book. My son just got through reading the book, The Disaster Artist, about the film The Room being made. But
and I didn't even know that there was
there's a book
associated with the film.
It came out before the film. But it's Tommy Wiseau. Where did all his money? Apparently this terrible, terrible movie cost $6 million to make. And you're just like...
Which for an indie is a lot of money.
It's a ton of money for an independent film.
How did they finance this?
He did. The guy financed it. And in the whole movie, he says he's from New Orleans, but he's really Eastern European. I don't know. But it's hard to explain. James Franco directed it and wrote it. His brother, he plays Tommy Wiseau in it, and his brother plays his best friend, Tommy.
Which is kind of funny because they look a lot alike, but they do a decent job in the movie of differentiating to where you can't really see that they're related.
Don't you think Franco had some makeup on? I mean, his face looked different.
Heavy makeup, the hair,
and
everything.
Did they give him a cleft in his chin? Because I don't believe he has
I don't remember him having that before. I think you're right.
I don't know. But why don't we show a clip before we keep talking on and on about The Disaster Artist?
What line? What line?
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Okay.
Action.
What is line?
Take 13. Action.
I did not hit her. Okay. Line.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Take 67. Action.
I hit her.
No. Do you want to change the
You're
line?
doing great, man. We'll get there.
Action. Action. Action.
You have
Action.
to say it loud. I can't hear it in here. Say action so I can hear her.
Okay. Action.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Kevin and I are just trying to discuss if we are on Facebook.
We're having streaming issues, but we are broadcasting live to Facebook
Oh,
now.
I see it. Okay, so did it see us earlier talking?
I don't think so. I think it got stuck.
Shoot. Okay, well.
It's a problem with digital streaming. It's not the most reliable.
But the full deal will be on YouTube, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, but what y'all missed earlier is I was saying my brother Wayne has a show here with Kevin at KEPX Productions, Simple Talk with Wayne McCullough. He's going to talk business, faith, nutrition, health, so tune into that. But we were just talking about The Disaster Artist, based on the best-selling book and beloved midnight movie, The Broom.
Somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat, what could you say?
I know people, though, who, even though it's so bad, are just absolutely addicted to it. Like, they've watched it over and over and over.
I didn't love The Room. I didn't really understand why it had such a cult following. But it's at one point in the film, it's like Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's interactive. The movie makes no sense. The plot is just ridiculous, and the actor is Tommy Wiseau is just horrible.
Essentially, this guy and his girlfriend inexplicably wants to start seducing the other. It's really odd. Yeah,
it makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
And at one point,
it's hard to explain a synopsis for
because it's so dumb. The whole movie doesn't really have a good plot. It's not a good movie. In one point, though, there's on the wall some pictures with cutlery in the frames.
Mm-hmm.
So in the midnight show that everybody, the cult following, goes to see, at one point you'll be in the theater and everybody starts throwing plastic forks and knives and spoons at the screen. That's kind of the thing, like Rocky Horror Picture Show. People get up.
A little interactive.
Right, interactive. So 94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep.
So what do you think?
Honestly, and this is something that I talk to a lot of people that I know who are also, cinephiles who love The Room, and I had never seen The Room. I had zero context, and I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was really entertaining, and a lot of people said, "Oh, if you haven't seen The Room, then it won't make any sense to you. You won't get it. It's you're not going to like the movie." I didn't have that reaction. I thought it was really entertaining from beginning to end, and then afterwards, I went back and watched The Room, and it did connect a lot of the dots. But I don't think it's a requisite to seeing The Disaster Artist. I think it's a good movie on its own. In fact, you'll probably have a much better time watching The Disaster Artist than you will going back and trying to watch The Room.
Did you like The Room at all? Were you just kind of bored with it?
It's one where, I was just expecting it to be so awful from everything I've heard.
Right.
And I know I couldn't get into it. I thought it was hard to watch.
It's better
kind of
on the big
painfully
screen.
boring. But
I guess when you're in the theater and a bunch of people, you're laughing because it's so bad.
yeah, but I'm sitting at home on my computer watching.
Right. So you're like,
yeah,
not that good.
No, I did not like it. I would turn it on again. I'd consider watching it again, but it's nothing that really grabbed me in any way.
I don't get it really.
No.
But this Tommy Wiseau is such a character, and he's been on like the late night shows doing his route, and he finally admitted to being Western European or Eastern European descent because he kept saying he was from New Orleans.
Yeah,
and
and you're like, what? He's obviously a foreigner.
Exactly. But you may have missed James Franco directs it, stars in it. His brother plays Tommy's character. Who else is in it? Josh Hutcherson.
Oh, and Seth Rogen plays this script writer, basically.
And he's hilarious.
And he's great. Yeah.
And Zac Efron has a little part.
Yeah, a little part. Yep.
Melanie Griffith plays the acting teacher, and man, she's unrecognizable with that
Oh my God.
plastic surgery.
Unbelievable. Looks it's almost like a Joan Rivers.
It wasn't good.
Yeah, it's really
She's
bad.
too pretty. She shouldn't have done that. Sharon Stone has a little bit part.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston.
Yep.
Tiny little parts.
But big stars.
Jackie Weaver plays the mother in the fake film, and she's a great actress. She was in, what's it? Silver Linings Playbook.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was trying to think of.
But I have to say, I think it's just a delightful tribute to the madness of making movies.
I think so too. It's like they took
just
something that was such a cluster and they were able to translate it to film. And the making of the movie is so much more interesting than the actual movie.
Oh, so interesting.
It's funny.
Well, this was really funny. What about the crazy Tommy's character has someone the whole time videoing everybody that's making the film so he could spy on them.
Right, exactly, like a behind the scenes, but it's actually like a Big Brother type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and I thought it was funny. Jackie Weaver's character, someone says to her, "You're an actress here in Hollywood. Why are you making this film? It's so bad." And she said, and I think this is true because I've done a little bit of acting, it's better to be, I loved her line, it's better to be on a film set, any kind of film set, than not a film set at all.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's
better
how
than being
actors
in
feel.
an office. Yeah.
They want to be working. They don't care if it's bad, good, working actors just want to work.
Yes.
So I thought that was kind of funny and fun. I just
And
thought,
you can kind of feel that dynamic among the people, the characters in the movie.
and then they all go watch the premiere screening of it, and they're all just laughing in the seats, just going, "Oh my gosh, this movie's so bad."
It's terrible.
good."
Yeah.
So I hope y'all understand what we're.
That
trying
is
to
a
get-
great point. A great part, though.
It was cute. So I highly recommend it. What do? You highly recommend it?
I very highly recommend it. I mean, I want to say it's one of the best films that I've seen in 2017. And
Me too.
I'm shocked, but it's really good.
Top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, top 5 right now.
Yeah.
Great running time, like you and I like. 1 hour,
Hour and a half, yeah.
43 minutes.
It flies by.
I'm thinking that James Franco is going to be nominated for an Academy Award.
I think overall this film is,
Possibly the film, but for sure him.
yeah.
Because at the end they show the clip. He nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
He did.
So let's give it highly popcorn worthy.
All right.
But you should have said Oscar.
I know, for the record, that's what I was going to go with. I was going to say Oscar worthy.
I just don't know.
Yeah.
not
I
feeling-
doubt it will actually win anything, but it
It
is
might
very
be nominated
good.
since they nominate 10 films now.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has to be in the top 10 films of
I
the
would
year.
think so.
Yeah.
But so good. Okay, second movie, moving on. You did not see The Darkest Hour.
I did not.
I think this is by far and away the best film of the year.
And this is Gary Oldman's biopic, basically, on Winston Churchill.
When he plays Winston Churchill, he literally disappears into the role. His makeup, his costume, it's just unbelievable. It got 87% on Rotten Tomatoes, good.
The makeup's good?
Makeup
Because
is
that's
good.
key. Because I remember when I watched J. Edgar thinking, this
Not
looks
good.
ridiculous.
Or the past LBJ when they had Woody Harrelson, he didn't look so great.
No, and-
I mean, he looked okay.
Yeah. But
This was phenomenal. Directed by Joe Wright, who did Pan, Anna Karenina, Hannah, Pride and Prejudice. But I think this is one of his best films. You know, it's around the fall of France, and Britain is in its darkest hour, and Winston Churchill is newly elected, and you know, invasion is looming, and they're trying to decide, you know, about the Dunkirk situation, which
Right.
the movie Dunkirk, which is the other best film of the year, came out this summer.
and that film almost completely glosses over this part of it.
Doesn't even talk about
You don't
Churchill.
even understand it.
Or
Yeah,
Hitler.
they never incorporated it at all.
They say Hitler and they say Churchill one time in the film, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And so this movie is all about, and it makes you really understand Churchill a little bit more. He was a very kind of likable, lovable character. I don't know, affable character. I liked him. Should we show a clip
Yeah.
if we have one?
Absolutely show
Okay.
a clip.
Look at his face.
Without victory, there can be no survival. We are in the preliminary stage of one of the greatest battles in history.
Mr. Winston Churchill, you have an enormous task ahead of you.
Winston lacks judgment. He's a bully. We may have to replace him.
All our forces are in Dunkirk.
The Germans are pushing us into the sea.
You have the full weight of the world on your shoulders.
Are you not afraid?
Most terribly. I speak to you for the first time as Prime Minister in a solemn hour for the life of our country.
You ask, what is our policy? I say it is to wage war by sea, land, and air with all our might. We shall never surrender!
Oh,
We're back.
well, I was looking at Facebook to see if we're on.
We're on.
But okay, yes, we're here. Okay, good. And Facebook, if you are here, chime in and say something and let
Yes,
us know you're
please.
here. We love that. We love visiting. Okay, so Gary Oldman's makeup, what'd you think?
I thought it looked good.
Unbelievable.
Especially for a guy who looks absolutely nothing like Winston Churchill.
I know, and he's so rail thin.
He is. He's very
obviously
scrawny.
Gained some weight, or they patted him or something.
I would say that's got to be a bodysuit.
Had to be.
Has to
'cause
be,
He
yeah.
was too heavy. Kristen Scott Thomas plays Clementine, his wife, and she hadn't been in anything in a long time.
Oh my
Remember
God,
the English patient?
patient.
Yeah.
It's like the last thing I remember.
And the horse
Whisperer with Robert Redford.
I mean, she's
yeah.
been. I looked her up. She's been in tons of stuff, but she was great.
Not a lot of mainstream stuff. I'm
Not a
guessing.
lot of mainstream stuff. Lily James, who was from Downton Abbey, plays his secretary. Kind of a small role. I was surprised about that. But basically, it's a great film.
Yeah.
I loved it. Is this a film you'd like to see?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
You need to
mean,
see it.
yeah, I think, especially after seeing that trailer, I think it looks very good.
I'm giving it Oscar nominated. We're on every level, like cinematography, writing, film, actors. I'm giving it completely Oscar worthy. We haven't done that in a while. Ta-da! Oh my God.
I mean, it hasn't been officially declared, but I think this is one of the first times we had basically two Oscar-worthy films in the same episode.
I know. There just has been nothing this year.
Yeah, there's been a drought, and it's been bumming us out, and now
Bumming us out. Maybe Wind River, maybe for sure Dunkirk.
Yeah, Wind River and Dunkirk, absolutely.
Maybe Baby Driver.
Baby Driver is excellent, which is funny because if you have Dunkirk and Darkest Hour as Oscar contenders, it's kind of a similar. They're connected in a way. It's
weird.
almost like when you had Saving Private Ryan and The Thin Red Line both nominated at the same time.
That was right. There's something Kevin Spacey made me think of that. He's dressed as somebody else, and he's coming out with a film pretty soon in January where he plays a historical character. All his trouble he's been in lately.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder how it's going to do because it looked like it's going to be an Oscar-nominated film.
Oh, and he's an outstanding actor despite anything that's going on.
I know. I gotta look up what that is. But so 2 great movies so far. I'd say equally loved both of them, and then I ran out and saw The Shape of Water. Have you heard about that?
I've heard about this. Is this Guillermo del Toro film?
Yes, I was gonna be so proud of myself because it's Guillermo del Toro, right?
Perfect.
Can you believe it,
Yeah.
listeners? I didn't mess it up. I could say it. 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. Guillermo did Mama. Remember that film? The Pacific Rim movies.
Yep.
Crimson Peak, which I loved, even though it was so weird.
A lot of people are. I know a lot of
The
huge Guillermo del Toro enthusiasts.
Well, he's a great storyteller.
Yeah.
Cinematically, it looks beautiful, but it's about this otherworldly kind of fairy tale. It was set in the Cold War of like circa 1962, and they have this secret classified experiment going on, which is a merman they found. So it has a science fiction aspect to it, which I think you'd like.
Yeah, a lot of people suggested that it could be based off of, he could have been inspired by this video game called BioShock that came out a long time ago that takes place, I think it's during like the 1940s or something like that, about a secret underwater city that exists where people live like kind of a different lifestyle. I don't know if that's in any way similar, but I've been watching the trailer. I'm like, yeah,
what is the city underwater? Atlantis? Remember that?
Yes, yeah. Atlantis is like the lead. Yeah.
But this is before we go on about it, do we have a clip of the Shape of Water?
We do indeed.
I love that title, by the way. I think it's a great title.
I spoke about it. If I did, I wonder. What would I tell you?
Today we are receiving a new asset here in T4, the most sensitive asset ever to be housed in this facility.
Robins sing in December, long before the springtime is due. And even though it's snowing, violets are growing. I know why, and so do you.
Perhaps I would just warn you about the tale of love and loss, and the monster who tried to destroy it all.
One last time. Where is it?
Eliza, honey, he's coming for you.
I know why, and so do
Okay. The trailer looks great to me.
Very odd.
Very odd. Okay, I did not love this film.
No?
And a friend of mine that's a big film person she saw it months ago at a screening, and she just said it's great. 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's 2 hours and 3 minutes, a little on the long side.
But yeah, Guillermo del Toro is always a little long.
Yeah, a little on the, shave off 20 minutes. But I just don't know what to tell you about it. Michael Shannon, who makes everything he's better in.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's great in it.
Super talent.
So watchable. Sally Hawkins, who I adore, she may have won Best Actress for the foreign film The Phone Call, or that won Best Film. But she won an Academy Award in Blue Jasmine, I believe, as Kate Blanchett's sister. Woody Allen film. She was in Maudie last year with Ethan Hawke. She's a British actress who plays a mute. She can hear, but she can't speak. And she has kind of this friendship with the creature.
The merman.
The merman, yes. And he's played by Doug Jones, who was also in Crimson Peak. Octavia Spencer, who was, in The Help and Hidden Figures. I believe she's won an Academy Award. I'll tell you who blows me away in this film is Richard Jenkins, who's been around forever, a character actor. He was in 6 Feet Under. He was the father.
Yeah, very familiar.
And he's been in every movie.
He's been in tons of stuff.
There's too many to even list.
Yeah. From comedies to dramas to everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Witches of Eastwick. He played the woman in the city that the witches didn't like. She didn't like the witch's husband.
Yep.
I don't know. That just came to me. But basically, I think that this movie, I think it's going to have some Oscar nominations. I think, who came out of nowhere with that drumming movie? Miles Teller,
Oh, right, and Paul Giamatti and
the bald guy who won an Academy Award for his role. He'd been in.
Or no, not Paul. J.K. Simmons.
Yes,
Whiplash.
J.K. Simmons. I think Richard Jenkins may be nominated for his role in this. It's going to be kind of one of those. I think he'll be nominated. I'm predicting this.
Do you think Guillermo del Toro will have any potential accolades from this project?
I think that Sally Hawkins will be nominated, and I think that who I just said,
Richard Jenkins.
I think the film may be nominated for Best Picture. I think cinematography. But the story's odd. It just kind of doesn't come together for me. I don't know. I didn't love it. I'm going to give it. It will have some nominations, mark my words, but I'm going to give it popcorn worthy.
I thought you might go half popcorn.
No, it's popcorn worthy. I think I want you to see it because you're a
science fiction
guy, and you can kind of tell me a little bit about it. It was so long, I kind of got bored with it.
Although sometimes we see stuff like Justice League that I'm like, I like superheroes and science fiction. I don't know what's going on in that movie.
Well, there's where did this Aquaman come from and where did he go? And
so they don't really establish an origin.
No
origin story.
No origin story. So I didn't like that.
I could see where that would be frustrating.
I was frustrated.
Do you like other Guillermo del Toro films? Did you like Pacific Rim?
Okay, yeah.
It was okay. I'm kind of surprised. I don't think he's usually an Oscar contender.
Well, like Crimson Peak, I didn't love the story, but I loved how it looked.
Yeah. It always looks. Yeah.
It had a cool look. Hadn't he done a horror film? I was thinking of something.
Yes. God, what was it? Mama's a horror film.
Mama, yes, because I thought that's why you'd probably. I think you'd like this movie, Kevin. I think you need to go see it.
A lot of people dislike Mama, but I liked it. Honestly.
Yeah, I think you're going to like. I think you need to see this movie in a theater.
You think so?
Yeah.
Even with the long run time?
I do. I think it's. I do. I think you should see it, but it's okay. But of the two of the three, the better are. I'd say. I'm kind of even saying I like The Disaster Artist over The Darkest Hour.
It's just a lot of fun.
It's so fun.
It really is.
I felt happy. Mm-hmm. Didn't you?
Yeah, and if you're a fan of that generation of comics, the whole Seth Rogen, James Franco scene, then it's perfect.
Well, and if you want to be an actor, or if you like actors, or you like the acting world, you'll love it.
It could be inspirational.
I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's like anybody can make a movie. It's like the American
really
dream.
Did this.
Yeah, it reminded me maybe of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Came over here, and look at him. It's the American dream.
Yeah, he's an A-list celebrity now.
Right.
The Terminator.
So good movies. You saw a while back My Friend Dahmer.
I did.
And I want to see that.
And I'm a
Do you remember anything about it?
serial killer obsessed kind of guy.
We like
I
those
just
kind of
love
movies.
reading about it, especially Dahmer. And this one is kind of an insight, which is weird because a lot of times I'll see background films based on a character like Leatherface, which was a prequel to Chainsaw Massacre movies, and it's terrible. It's like, we don't need a backstory. We don't need the origin. It's just not important for fictional characters. But for these kind of characters that actually lived and you're interested in and were real life serial killers, it's very interesting. Kind of like watching Mindhunter. This doesn't focus on, the killing spree really of Dahmer. It's how he was social in high school. And he was kind of an outrageous class clown, kind of weird, a way that, just that you wouldn't expect. And the actor who plays Dahmer, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, he was known from I think it's a Disney show, Austin and Ally. So he really didn't have anything serious under his belt. And then this one, I was amazed at the performance. It's really, really good.
Is he the main character from Austin Alley with the blonde hair?
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
He plays Dahmer, and I'm telling you, he plays it. You watched Mindhunter. You saw how good the guy was who played Edmund Kemper.
Yeah.
It's like that, except with Dahmer. He's very, very good.
So whose point of view is it from? His neighbor? My neighbor Dahmer? I mean, like, and that's
my friend, yeah. So it's basically from one of his peers at school. But yeah.
Is this really a person that was one of his peers?
Oh, actually, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I see the Dahmer movie that had that great actor, Zero Dark 30, or
Jeremy Renner played
Jeremy
Dahmer.
Renner.
Yeah,
that was such a creepy movie. Do you remember it?
I do.
The
absolutely.
detail, like it was one of those movies that I still kind of get sick to my stomach when I think about. I kind of wish I hadn't seen it. He did some gross things in that film.
And the events in that film are portrayed pretty accurately, but his portrayal of that character isn't very much like it. Because I'm a creep that way. I've watched Dahmer interviews and stuff and know how he was. And Jeremy Renner really wasn't like that. But this movie, the guy really is kind of like that.
Like it.
It's an eerie almost feeling how realistic it is.
What's so weird about Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy is they are such attractive men.
Yeah.
To be such creeps. I
People
mean, not
like
that
them.
not that you have to be ugly to be a creep, but it just doesn't fit.
I mean, both Dahmer and Bundy, the investigators said, they said, I liked it. He was a nice guy.
Likeable
it's just
and
weird.
handsome.
Yeah.
I mean, odd. Well, I'll definitely see that for sure. So you recommend it?
I recommend it. It's not one you need to seek out and see in the theater. I would say if you can get it from Redbox or streaming or something, definitely check it out. But yeah, it's not one you need to.
It starts this weekend.
Yeah.
It's not going to be in any kind of Oscar race or anything.
No, I don't think so.
Too low budget, probably.
It's been a limited release for a while now.
Do you have a
but
clip
it's
of it?
Finally, I actually don't. I forgot to throw
I
a
haven't even
clip in
seen.
there.
I haven't even had a clip of it. I'll see if I have anything written down about it.
You
No.
won't even recognize the Austin character from Austin Alley.
Look, my friend Kathy. Hello, Kathy. She's watching. Cindy's watching. Hello, Cindy. Y'all chime in and tell us anything you want us to talk about. We're here. It's so fun.
We are. For a couple more minutes.
Oh, Catherine Van Arsdale. Hello, college friend. Oh, probably shouldn't say last names, but
I think people like mentions.
I know. I love y'all tuning in. Thank you so much. But okay. I guess we're done about. Guess what I'm doing tonight? What's going on in Dallas tonight?
I don't know. What is going on in Dallas tonight?
Got Lady Gaga.
Oh,
my friend Kathy is supposed to go, but she has a broken back.
I've been seeing Facebook all day. People posting stuff
I'm
about that.
I'm so excited.
That should be awesome.
Are you a Gaga fan?
A little bit. I mean, she's all right. It's not my particular type of music, but I respect her as an artist.
Okay, you need to watch right now on Netflix. There's a Lady Gaga special called 5'2". It's about her and her life and just how, it's so lonely to be that big of a pop star.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love it. It's going to be fun. And, people will be dressed up. And I like her even better because last year at the Super Bowl, she was just so not controversial. Didn't talk about politics, just did her deal. And I bought the tickets like right after that. I'm like, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going to support her.
it'll be awesome.
And then tonight she'll probably get out there and be a Trump hater, and I'll just have to be frustrated.
They'll probably do some of that.
Because I just want to be entertained by entertainers.
Me too.
I don't want to hear about their politics.
Please don't preach to me. It's yeah.
It's just odd to me, but we'll see. It should be fun. Concerts. That's a good Netflix.
Next week, though, is going to be a huge week.
What's coming out?
Last Jedi. I will be going to see it on Thursday night.
Okay, good.
And I can't wait to review it.
Will you take pictures?
Yes.
You need to tag it on Libby's Movie Hunt Facebook.
Oh,
and,
I can do that, yeah.
Put a picture of you and your gear.
Elise bought her Leia buns.
Oh, I love it. Are you wearing a T-shirt?
Yes.
Okay.
We got matching shirts from this famous scene in Empire Strikes Back when Princess Leia tells Han Solo, "I love you," and he says, "I know." So she has a shirt that says, "I love you," and I have one that says, "I know." So
oh my God! I have to send me a selfie.
we'll
y'all, if you don't know, if you're a new listener, Kevin is a huge Star Wars fan.
Huge.
That's
this
probably
is like
your
big deal for me.
Yeah, And I always get so confused by these films.
Yeah, and I was talking. It's a bummer. I was talking to my brother today, and he's like, "I just don't care about Star Wars." And I'm like, "God, this is like such a huge deal to me."
Oh my gosh, your brother.
Yeah.
Who is in this? Obviously, the princess character.
Yes, Daisy Ridley is returning as Rey, as well as John Boyega as Finn. The Kylo Ren, of course, will be back, and then I think Benicio del Toro. I'm not sure what character he's playing, but I know he's involved in some way.
Okay.
And supposedly you'll get a keener or closer look at Supreme Leader Snoke and all kinds of stuff in this one. And if it follows kind of the thread of other Star Wars films, I think it will be kind of a darker entry. But I kind of feel like they've all been like that lately. I thought The Force Awakens with Han Solo dying, and then Rogue One with everyone dying. I'm like, they're both depressing. Like, put out a Star Wars movie with a happy ending.
I know. Well, I can't wait to hear we'll let you, you know what, next week, we'll just kind of do a recap of Star Wars movies. You give
we
us,
can do that, sure.
You need to fill me in on, because I'm confused by them all.
I saw The Force Awakens 7 times in the theater.
Oh my gosh. It's crazy. You don't have any of your Star Wars paraphernalia
I keep it a secret, except on your show.
I know. It's so fun. It's so fun. Well, are we about out of time?
We are.
Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in. There are some really good movies to see this weekend. Y'all get out and enjoy the movies. Have a good weekend.